Having become the Twin Cities' most celebrated and quoted social critic, Minneapolis Tribune cartoonist Dick Guindon is hitting the road for, an even grimmer load, which will no doubt suit him just fine. Let's face it, anyone who could satirize what passes for the quality of life in the birthplace of Floyd B. Turbo and potluck suppers ought to have an easy go of it in Detroit. So, where will that leave us? Will Dick Guindon be missed? Is his departure to the ominous East an indication that we are no longer funny? Will he get a lift? Important questions all. Questions here considered by some of Dick's best-known and funniest colleagues.
When I see Dick, from the moment I met him, I've always felt, here's a guy that needs to be protected.
I think what will happen is that we'll be getting some missiles from Detroit.
Got a lot of people who are pissed off here.
Well, he's going to find a city that desperately needs him. He's finally going to have to confront the fact that black people do exist. He really did a good job on white people here in Minneapolis.
Minneapolis Tribune reporter Steve Berg.
You know, I'll be stirring my malto meal in the morning, and there's going to be lumps in there, and I'm going to, have to face going out and starting the car or getting on the bus. And there'll be no Guindon.
You know, lady, if I had all the problems you have, I wouldn't be talking to this bus driver about them. I go to a crisis center.
Bus people fascinate Larry K. Hansen, the Tribune's emerging slice-of-life cartoonist, who, with other media types, talked about the Guindonesque in one of their haunts, the Little Wagon Saloon. Television producer Morgan O'Brien.
People who are Guindon caricatures are still here. I mean, we've got Mel Jazz and we've got Oscar Holman.
And the Skyways now have gotten a whole crew of those street people in them. In between Powers and Donaldson's now, there's the man who used to stand out in front of B. Dalton booksellers in the mall, the pencil seller. And he's moved inside now.
You know, you ever seen the guy in front of the IDS during the summer? Who plays the guitar? And he's got band on his back. You know, he's got cymbals, and crashes, And a few people stand around and watch, People are sitting there selling religious materials, Prostitutes are hawking their goods. It's kind of a circus,
Those are like the people that run our arts institutions, though. They're all from out of town.
They're all
This place here, Sergeant Preston's, is catering to known heterosexuals.
WCCO Radio's Steve Cannon and Dick Guindon have for years been the two most quoted humorists in town.
And he's tiny and he's good-looking, but he's not an imposing person physically, And I also say that if we're standing at the bar, Dick, stand behind me. I'll take care of you.
It's no secret that Cannon owes his drive-time popularity to his gambler crony, Morgan Mundane.
Morgan has a lot of friends.
In Detroit?
Well, his best friend is the Sneak, who lives at the Fairmont Hotel with him. And the Sneak has a lot of connections in Detroit. And if Guindon needs protection, I'm sure that Mundane and the Sneak can arrange to help him. Let me put it that way. I want to be perfectly clear about that.
Everybody in Edina is hung up about what we're going to do now that Dick Guindon has left,
You can only do so many Edina jokes.
He has sharpened our view of those people.
I think we're going to revert to what I call parlor humor. These are Minnesotans having a good time.
The Guindon crisis needn't be all that traumatic. The Tribune will carry his syndicated cartoons, and quite a few funny folks remain to fight cabin fever and Calvin Griffith. There's WWTC Radio's Dick Driscoll and his nemesis, Skywatch helicopter pilot Flying Officer Nelson.
Oh, boy, I hope everything's going to be all right. It's kind of warm today anyway. Hey, wait a minute, the ice is giving away.
Nelson! You all right, Nelson?
Well, look who's coming through that door. I think we met somewhere before.
Powder Milk Biscuits, Jack's Auto Repair, and Garrison Keeler present live each Saturday to National Public Radio the poetry of the Minnesota mystique, stripped of its city sophistries.
Yes, sir. I'm talking biscuits now.
That's right.
West Bank folk singers Jeff Cahill and Scott Alaric and poet Phoebe Hansen have a firm grasp on the Midwestern ordeal.
I stood on the steps of Sievertson Hall, Augsburg College, just a few feet below where the Mississippi River flowed past the university. That's where I should have gone, I thought to myself, where I'd meet some decent men, atheists and agnostics, who'd be studying to get rich someday.
Make them legitimate. There's more to the routine. So Pinky and I do. Dick Guindon, you've been in good company. Dick, you are good company.
Detroit? Michigan, not Detroit Lakes. State of Michigan.
I never heard of you, Dick, but have a good time in Detroit.
Bye, Dick.
Goodbye, Dick.
Don't do nothing I wouldn't do.
Goodbye, Dick. Good luck in Detroit.
Bye, Dick.
Bye, Dick.
Bye, Dick.
Bye, Dick.
Goodbye, Dick.
Goodbye, Dick.
Goodbye, Dick.